Do you know about 8 million pieces of plastic find their way into the ocean each year, which is equivalent to putting 5 garbage bags full of trash on every foot of coastline around the world. Billions of animals are killed from entanglement or starvation because of microplastic, which are ingested by fish and block their digestive tract or pierce their organ. A new scientific report study even suggests that the fish that end up on your dinner plate could expose humans to microplastic and their harmful toxins such as heavy metal and organic pollutants. Why it is happening? There are two things. One, we are creating so much of waste. Second, we are not managing the waste we have created. So, we will talk about here how supply chain can solve this problem. And the answer to this is circular supply chain. So, what is circular supply chain? A circular supply chain is a supply chain that is geared around reusing its ostensible waste material as well as its return. It aims to take these material and returns and convert them into new products that they can sell once more. Thus, it marks a shift for supply chains, a shift in which waste as it's traditionally known no longer exists or is kept to be a bare minimum. Naturally, this also means near perfect sustainability. So let's know the difference between linear and circular supply chains. A linear supply chain simply describes a straight path from the raw material to production and finally to disposal. Needless to say, this is not very cost effective. The product ends up being discarded at some point by the consumer anyway. So when a product comes out, the old one is discarded in a landfill. Additionally, leftover raw material used in the production also meet the same fate. A circular supply chain, on the other hand, is where the raw material used are recycled back into the manufacturing operation. They get to be repurposed into the production of another product. Very little, if anything at all, goes to waste. Overall, the point of lean or circular supply chain is to simplify, eliminate waste, and reduce the carbon footprint. So, what is the driving force of the circular supply chain? Circular supply chain relies heavily on government regulations. They dictate what products are allowed to be sent to landfill, what product must be recycled, and what methods are required for supply chains who have stepped out of the traditional process. Supply chain needed to re-evaluate how they work together to create a better, lower cost product flow. As a result, third party logistic providers sprang up to meet the challenge and wipe out the threat of excessive competitive advantage in their linear supply chain. How does all of this benefit the supply chain? When you can simply recycle old material versus sourcing new material regularly, the company saves money. It is a no brainer. In the case of large item, consumer can lease the item until the end of its use and then return the product back. So the supply chain can make new item from the old material. This entire process helps businesses and the economy to be more effective with the limited amount of resource available in the modern times. This also allows consumers to feel like they are doing their part in protecting the planet. So, the final thoughts. Governments are now looking for more sustainable ways to collect and dispose of product. To accomplish such a large feat, they are making laws and implementing this circular flow to allow our planet to recover while also building more efficient supply chains. If you like the information, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.